I guess. So I don't know why I'm on this Jessie Lee Peterson kick today. Um, I've talked about black conservatism, and I think one day I'll do a video, um, maybe going a little deeper into that, what that is. That it's not a political idea. It's not a political ideology to respect. It's a political ideology of the past. Jessie Lee Peterson lays out what I mean when I say black conservatism better than anything. I mean, there's a video I went back and looked at, but he's talking about how racism never existed. He was on with what's the Proud Boys guy? The guy that Alex Jones was messing with for a while. I forgot his name. He was on there talking about it, that racism never existed. It's not a real thing. That he's from Alabama. He grew up during segregation and all that type of stuff, and that was a law. And the guy was like, well, what about when they had the dogs out there and stuff? And he's like, oh, well, that was the law. People just wanted to be rabble rousers and stuff. People have said how he's almost like laughable, like a parody of a black conservative, like Uncle Ruckus. He's something to laugh at. He's something to find humorous because ideology is so reprehensible. It's so ridiculous. It's like, man, this guy's a joke. I think that what he's saying and does is dangerous. It's giving a green light to people who really think. But stay on the subject. There's people out here who really think that way, who really would, who really do talk about this stuff. There was a body cam video in Georgia. I can't find it now. It's on YouTube. These cops, I guess they were being recorded. They weren't aware they were being recorded. On the camera, they're talking about how slavery wasn't that bad. How the guy bought them up. The owner would buy them a house and all sorts of crap. Like, dude, are you insane? Are you? I don't care how bad black folks might get out here in the streets. I don't care how bad it might get in Chicago. You're actually saying that you defend a system where people can't get married because at any time the owner can come in and rape your wife. He can come in, he can rape your children, and there's no law on. And he may rape you, and there's no law on anything he does. You're actually, as a law enforcement officer, sitting here and defending that. Also, it makes Christianity look bad because they use Christianity to defend slavery, to as a moral thing for the slaves. That you're being raped, your pie's in the sky, all that good stuff. So as a Christian, if you're a Christian, you should also look at that and be like, yo, man, that was embarrassing. See, when you believe in something, it doesn't matter what the ends of it is. It doesn't matter what other people do. If you believe in something, if you believe in a system and it does wrong, you stand up and you say that's wrong. That's what it means. That's what integrity means. Doesn't you know what I mean? If we got some cops that are false charging people and they did some other charges or some other crimes they really did, it doesn't matter if they didn't do these crimes. Doesn't matter. You don't give them a pass because of this that happened yesterday. No. Jessie Lee Peterson's a clown. And he is indicative of people that are in the past, holding on to a past that wasn't even good for a lot of people, that a lot of folks even recognize wasn't a good thing. And he's an embarrassment. He's honestly an embarrassment. And I think when you have coons like that are so extreme and are so in denial of reality, I think that hurts the conservative right long term. Because even a lot of white conservatives will acknowledge racism did exist. The black codes, Jim and Jane Crow. I mean, the mandatory minimum laws they created later on. The laws they had in the black codes where if you could read or write, you got slavery, you went to prison. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been done to black people in this country that can be explained by no other measure other than systematic racism. I think a lot of white folks even know that. Period. So for someone to be brought, it's almost to me like I wish he just knew those guys are laughing at him. You know, you're being laughed at, you're being manipulated, you're being used, and that's kind of that's disappointing. Thanks for listening.